watching today. Ooh, yeah. Okay, let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Oh, the Meek Mill of it all. By the way, Puffy, I'm glad that we can still call you Puffy, because that brother love thing, okay. The joke was on us. And by the way, happy belated birthday. So here we go. Meek Mill was sentenced to 2 to 4 years in prison yesterday for violating probation. Now, I enjoy Meek Mill, you know, but I gotta call it the way I see it. What are you doing, man? He just got out of jail in 2008 for something or another, guns and weapons. And then they put him on probation since 2009, and he's on probation for 10 years, they say. So that means no public fighting, no weed smoking, you know, for 10 years. Oh, the horror of it all. Anyway, he violated probation several times since getting out of jail in 2008, several times. Now, he's from Philly, and this year he was arrested twice so far. Once for reckless driving, and once for fighting in the airport an employee. Yeah, well, the employee apparently wanted a picture. Meek didn't want to do the picture. Instead of just saying no and walk faster, or just take the damn picture, a fight ensues. The authorities are called in. He knows he's on probation. You're not allowed to fight or smoke weed. Just saying. So both of these cases were dropped. This is the twice in this 1 year. Okay, both cases were dropped, and the problem is that the prosecutor on this case is recommending no jail time. But the judge on this case has been the same judge following Meek and his criminal behavior since the beginning of his criminal behavior. This is who she is. She's a lovely woman, 61. She's also from Philly. She graduated from Spelman. I don't know where she went to law school, but she's the judge. So you know sometimes when you see the light in somebody's eye, like maybe they can do better. I think she was giving him like a lot of breaks. At one point, she put him on community service, you know, serving food for people. And then she popped up on the scene at the community service to see what he was doing. Tossing, like, not much. So she pulls him aside and says, "This is not what I sent you here to do. What are you doing? Why are you thumbing your nose at the law?" In the meantime, the judge there in Philly, and you can imagine being not just a judge, but a woman judge, not just a woman judge, but a black woman judge, you know, she's got people, her peers looking at her too. Like, you have been really kind of too nice, too soft to this guy. So the prosecutor says no jail time, but the judge says 2 to 4 years. I gotta, you know, so he might get 2 years. But if he's good, he'll do 8 months. And then he'll come out. And will he do it again? Yes. Well, Meek's lawyers are planning to appeal. In the meantime, he's in jail right now as we speak. Jay-Z and Roc Nation, you know, he signed to Roc Nation. They spoke out. Jay-Z said that he will stand by Meek through the appeal, and he will be there when he gets out of jail, if he does jail time. Kevin Hart spoke out, T.I. spoke out. Let me tell you something, though. It's hard to go away for 2 years and to come back and think that people are gonna remember you. especially these days, you know? I mean, they're manufacturing entertainers and actors and people all the time. It doesn't work. And I don't know that Meek has a strong enough base right now to be able to afford to go away for 2 years and then come back. I mean, he was on a tear for a moment, you know, when he got out in 2008, he put out the music, he got with Nicki Minaj, that upped his popularity, you know, and one of the things that he also did, you know, he's not allowed to leave, what is it, the state?
Yeah, the state.
Uh-huh, unless somebody, you know, somebody from the law says you can go. Now here he goes, thumbing his nose at the law. He went to the American Music Awards out in LA. There he is sitting with Nicki. Like, and didn't call anybody. Can you imagine the judge sitting at home watching and looking at the front row and seeing that he's there? There would be steam blowing out of my head. So I don't know what kind of jail time he's going to get, but he's gonna get something. And when he comes out, I don't know who's gonna remember. It doesn't happen a lot. I mean, Gucci Mane, lucky. He went in, came out, people care. Remy Ma went in, came out, people care. Wesley Snipes went in, came out. Just saying. What's the last movie Wesley Snipes made? See? So, good luck with your appeal, Meek. Judge, they're claiming that the judge asked Meek, all right, I wanted to leave this part out, but I have to share this with you. Only because it takes the judge's credibility down a notch, if you believe it. She asked him to do a remake of Boyz II Men's On Bended Knee and give her a shout out. So Meek refused to do it, so she allegedly got pissed and said, okay, suit yourself. And the rest is history. I don't know that I believe that part. Does a 61-year-old woman care about a shout out on a song? I don't think so. Anyway, we're gonna follow that story. They're saying that these are the first pictures of Kylie Jenner's baby bump. Well, she's about to get on a plane, going on a family trip, and she says that they're fake. The paparazzi caught her and her family on Sunday about to, you know, go on their family trip. She quickly clapped back saying that they're photoshopped. I don't believe that for 1 second. First of all, doesn't she look like the original Chloe? Like, not Chloe now, I'm talking about Chloe from, Woo, that pregnancy takes a lot out of women sometimes, doesn't it? Woo! Damn. And I don't believe that the pictures are photoshopped. The photographer says that they're 100% real. What I do believe is she got caught with the baby pictures before they can sell them to a magazine. And when she got home, I'm sure Chris was hella angry because, you know, Chris loves an extra dollar at any given point. But yeah, no, I believe that that's true. I believe that's the baby bump, and Kylie is pregnant and she's 20 years old. And I was asked during our Hot Topics meeting, does it make her, I don't know, is it a turnoff to her followers that she's pregnant? Because now all of a sudden she's so grown, she's 20, she's pregnant. I said, no, not in this day and time. Well, you got these teen mom shows. If anything, she's co-signing that up. Okay, girls, if you get pregnant at 20, you know what I mean? I remember being 20 and finding out people are pregnant. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even be friends with you. No, I'm not babysitting. I'm not coming to your shower. That was not my groove. Babysitting and going to a baby shower at 20? Hell no. Nope. No. I don't want to hold a baby. I don't want to touch a baby. I don't want to know nothing about no babies at 20 years old. But times have changed, you know? And these girls, by virtue of, you know, shows like Teen Mom, and by virtue of people that they idolize like Kylie Jenner, by her getting pregnant, it's not turning them off. If anything, it's turning them on to the possibility of being pregnant young. Well, Kylie posted a new picture of what she calls Girls Trip Now. Look very closely. You see all the stuff that a pregnant woman likes until you get right here. Tampons. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Is she pregnant? Wow. Are we being fooled? Oh. What is going on? And who has all night to squint other than the Bureau? And by the way, excuse me, Bureau, as long as we're zooming in, zoom in again. Yes. Zoom in, because you missed the black and mild. Okay. You know what they're for. You tear them down the middle, you throw the guts out, you throw in your licky-licky, and twist it up and go. So there's black and milds and tampons. Look, I don't know. All I can say is we're gonna be watching. So, do you know this show called Stranger Things? It's big. Do you know the kid Finn? Yes. Okay, he stars in the show. He's like a nerdy 14-year-old. Cute though, right? Yeah. He looks like a beetle. Yeah. Right? Or a Potter or something. He's got that look about him. Anyway, he's also in a hit movie, the hit movie It. You know that movie? Right, there he is, right up there. All right. Well, a few fans recently spotted him leaving a hotel. And when he was leaving, you can't see the rest of the footage, but there were like 3 or 4 girls outside. Not a whole bunch of people, 3 or 4 girls. They're like, can we, you know, get a selfie? Can we have your autograph? He ignored them and proceeded to get in the car. Well, these 2 girls, for I guess lack of nothing better to do, stood outside the hotel all day to wait for him to return. When he returned, he did the same thing. Now, mind you, Finn is 14. He's not like a Disney kid or something. They say he's socially awkward, but is that an excuse? Now, what he did when he got back to the hotel, he walked past these same girls. That's kind of rude and heartless. I mean, they wait outside all day for you. His co-stars are saying that, you know, he's, first of all, not obligated to stop for anyone, which, I mean, maybe on the leaving. Maybe he was late to a meeting or something like that. But when you see people squatting all day and you come back at night and they're still there, take the damn picture. Damn it. Just take the picture. So, you know, 14, Finn. So, what else? What's next? I have nothing more to say about that. First, I'm going to talk about David Hasselhoff, and then I must tell you something disgusting regarding Paris Hilton and Harvey Weinstein. But first, the Hoff. Okay. He's at war with one of his exes. Well, according to the court, Pamela Bach, his ex-wife, is getting $10,000 a month in spousal support from David, but he's saying he doesn't want to pay it anymore because she can now support herself. And she's saying, well, excuse me, and I totally stick up for her. Pamela is claiming that she needs the spousal support to survive because she can't find acting jobs because at 55, Hollywood is ageist. Well, she's been off the scene for a long time. I know her name. I think she was in a soap opera or something like that. Anyway, she married the Hoff when she was 27, stayed with him until she's 44 years old, spent all of her time raising their children, and a lot of her best Years. I hate to say that. You know what I mean? But it's true. Her best beauty years, her best earning years, they were all, you know, raising the kids and staying off the set in Hollywood. So at 55, what is she supposed to do? David Hasselhoff, pay that woman her money. Pay that woman. Okay. All right, do you want to hear something really disgusting? Yes. I can't wait till they put this man in jail. And Bill Cosby, we haven't forgotten about you. But now we're talking about Harvey Weinstein. Okay. So it's Paris Hilton. So she says that they were, here's what happened. In 2001, allegedly, this is according to Paris though, in 2001, she was only 20 years old, and they were doing a charity event in Cannes. Anyway, during the cocktail hour, Paris went to the ladies' room, and Harvey followed her. Not just waiting outside, went into the ladies' room. And she's in the stall. And he was pushing on the stall to get in, allegedly. Okay? Security was called. They went into the bathroom, and they ordered Harvey to get out of the party. I don't know that Paris is lying about this. If there were witnesses around, and my thing is, she's the one person who could have said something back in 2001, because she's a Hilton. And to me, a Hilton trumps a... But to me, a Hilton trumps a Weinstein. Do you know what I mean? And she's not an actress. He's not getting you work. You know, you do your own thing. You got the perfumes and the blow dryers and all that mess you do on your own, Paris. You could have said something back in 2001, but I get it. You know, in Hollywood, there's this old school thing where there's certain things that you just tolerate. Things have got to change. And by the way, that actress here in New York with the pretty red lipstick and the good poofy hair, what's her name?
Rose McGowan?
Yeah, no, not Rose
Annabella Sciorra?
No, the one here in New York.
Which one?
Where he's gonna be going to jail for.
Oh, Paz de la Huerta.
Raped her twice, allegedly. Well, no, I know what you're saying. Isn't that good hair? Yes. She's beautiful. Anyway, he denies all the allegations. And now you might say, because I said, well, how do you get raped twice? Well, the first time, but then the second time, he barged in. A different occasion, according to her, allegedly. And the NYPD is all over it. And even if he doesn't do jail time for the Paris Hilton or, you know, any of the other women, it looks like this one might be the one that sticks. Yeah. So, you know the R&B singer Bryson Tiller? Yes. Okay, cute. Anyway, he was performing in Germany over the weekend. And you know how fans throw bras and panties and stuff? Well, look what he got thrown at him. Take a look at this. Oh, wait, there it is. We never got a chance to see if the woman had a spare in her bag or not. But, wow. She took being a fan to a whole new level. Our first guest went from First Lady to the President of the United States on the hit show Scandal. Take a look.
Shut it down. This stops now. Shut it down and get me congressional approval of this war in Basra the old-fashioned way. The hard-earned, above-board, legal way.
It's not the smart way. It won't.
Enough! If I ever hear about B613 again, Olivia, so help me God, I will not be so forgiving. Go. Get me my war.
But she's really nice in person. Welcome back to our show, the fabulous Bellamy Young.
You guys are so good. You're such a good crowd.
So first, shoe cam.
Oh,
Your
yes.
feet on those feet.
Yes.
I love them from every angle. Let them see the inside
I
detail.
know, I want to. And here, look underneath. How can I
Yeah.
show you underneath? Because the soles, where's it going? The
Oh my
soles
gosh.
are all like diamonds. I know. I love Rene Calvia.
Were they a fortune?
They're borrowed.
But you're scuffing the bottom. Why didn't you put tape at the bottom?
Because it's pretty. They want you to see the bottom. Ooh, flashy, flashy. Yeah.
Those are pretty.
Aren't they? They're real pretty.
They look
And the chunky
comfortable.
heel, they're comfy. You know what I mean?
So, other than Hillary, who I'm sure inspires you in your role as First Lady
Yeah.
on Scandal, who else inspires you?
Oh my goodness. Well, you know, I'm lucky enough to get handed pages that are perfect to begin with. So Shonda inspires me. That I get to have her brain come out of my mouth makes me feel invincible. But I, you know, got this job when Michelle Obama was First Lady, and I needed to look no further. Woo!
Yeah.
I mean,
And, you know,
yeah.
you and I have talked about this, but just to remind you, Bellamy was only brought on Scandal for a few episodes.
Yeah, I was supposed to be there. I had 2 lines in the pilot. I was supposed to be there maybe 3 episodes. Shonda knew she wanted to write a presidential divorce, but then she realized that, like, Melly was a good lever, like, between Olivia and Fitz. And then it's my first steady job, Wendy. Since I left New York, I used to do theater here, but that's my first steady job on.
Interesting.
And now to feel a part of sort of acclimating people. You know, when you come into people's homes every day, like you do,
Right.
you're really acclimating them to certain ideas. And so there are a lot of lady presidents on TV right now, but I feel very lucky to be a part of that, sort of that wave of like getting people. I know how much it meant to me to see Dennis Haysbert every week to get to be president. And I feel like it means that much to me to watch all these fabulous ladies get to be president on the TV right now.
Amazing. So, it's the last season of the show. 7 wonderful seasons.
Yeah.
How are you handling it? Are you in therapy?
Well, yeah, yes, but I've been in therapy, you know, that predates. We cry a lot. Like, every table read is so emotional. And every time we wrap an actor or we wrap, like, a set, I mean, it's really death by 1,000 goodbyes because it's such a family of love, you know, such nice people.
Why is it being canceled? I mean, why is she doing this?
I think she said she always knew where it starts and where it ended. Like, it was a finite show, not like Grace for her. Grace is gonna run forever. We all wish we were on Grace. But she, we asked her at the beginning of the year, we went out to dinner and we said, is it ending like you always thought it would, or has anything changed? And no, you know, she said she thought it was gonna end at the inauguration. So we got an extra year, so this year feels like such a gift from heaven.
Are you
So-
saving like crazy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I would return the shoes too.
Yes,
Like I would be a nut basket regarding where's my next job going to come from and who's going to take care of me. Bellamy is single. She doesn't have children. She takes care of Bellamy.
I also, though, like, the only thing I've done, I'm super pragmatic human being, but this year I did, someone paid for me to go to college, and they gave me his name when I left, like, an anonymous donor. I thought it was just, like, a bunch of wild money
What?
in the ether. And they're like, Dr. Richard Light, maybe you want to write him a thank you note. And I was like, who? But
did
this
that
year I
happen?
endowed a scholarship at Yale. That's the only thing I've done extravagant.
A scholarship
Yeah.
for somebody to go to Yale.
Every year, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
I know.
Well,
So
that'll
that's
come
it.
back.
Everything else is like I've got clothes from college and I've gotten my grandma's furniture, you know.
Yeah. Are you stealing taking anything from the set?
I love this though, but I didn't even know that was a thing, right? Because it's my first steady job.
What?
And we were, no, what do you take home? What do you like? What do you take?
Well, we're still on, but believe me, you.
I was like,
Believe me, you. When it's all done, if it's not nailed down, it's coming home with me. Yep. And I stuff my shoes real good, too.
Can't return them.
Yep, I scuff my shoes real good, and I alter my clothes so they only fit me. Now, what are you going to take? Let's think about this.
First of all, our new oval is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I just sit in there and just get a little like verklempt. But the residents, they redid it, and I went in, and the first day that we worked in it was me and Carrie, and I just couldn't get over it. I kept looking, I'd try and act with her, but I just kept looking at this rug because it was so pretty.
Roll it up.
And she said, that can go home with you. And I was like, what? What?
Oh, you're so sweet. You didn't know that? In the
Well, I do now.
In the meantime, Carrie's got a fabulous wardrobe on that show. She's probably got stuff all
Purses all lined up her arms.
Yes.
She walks around like
Yes.
this. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you got to take stuff, and not just the rug.
I'm gonna take those presidential pins too. I want to write with a presidential pin for the rest of my days.
Or your chair.
Oh, I hate that chair. I gotta tell you, I hate that chair.
Put it in the basement.
You're like, just to have it?
Yeah.
All right. I like it.
I'm just saying.
Maybe that Victoria Woodhull poster that's over the fireplace.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm good. I like it. So, you guys are looking out.
So, is it true that you traveled with one of your co-stars?
I did.
To Peru?
Wendy, Tony Goldwyn, who plays my ex-husband on this television show, there we are. He and I had planned the same trip at basically the same time with the same lady, and she had been a vault. Like, we neither one knew we were going on the same trip until we were in a people mover here in New York for upfronts. And I was talking to Katie, because she's gone to Peru.
What's a people mover?
You know, like a little mini bus.
Okay.
Little, you know, like a white van. And so I was talking to Katie. I was like, oh, what do I need to do in Peru? And Tony pops up like a meerkat, and he's like, you're going to Peru? I'm going to Peru. And there we were. We were there together.
Did you look longingly in each other's eyes after midnight wine? Well, what happened?
No, I got really nervous because, you know, I mean, have you ever traveled with anybody on your show?
Hell no.
Okay, see? Right. I love my cast, but you don't know how it's going to go outside of work. And from the jump, our first thing was a 10-hour train ride through the Andes. And I thought, well, this just might be dire. But it was so good. It felt like 5 minutes. We had the best time. His daughter was there, too. It was all very above board. Oh, please. No. It's all good. Look, there we are.
Now, let me ask you, do you suffer from dry eye?
I do. Do you?
No.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Moist, juice mouth. I'm too wet.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
I'm just saying.
But mazel.
Yeah. But, so Bellamy has partnered up with Restasis. That's why I asked, because that's the dry eye solution.
Yeah, so, you know, we spent a lot of time under big lights, and our stages are quite old, so very, very dusty and whatnot. And I was going through bottles and artificial tears and changing contact brands a lot, and I finally had just the easiest conversation with my doctor. I thought it was just something that happens. Your eyes are just dry. Turns out it's a thing that you can get a diagnosis for, and then that there are treatment options. And so I partnered with Restasis, because I use Restasis multi-dose every day now. And hopefully, you know, soon I'll make my own tears enough that I won't have to use artificial tears. But I figured, I don't know, anybody else have this problem? Anybody got dry eyes? See, and I always thought it was just like a thing, just one more thing about getting old, you know?
Thank you, Bellamy Young. So nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
Congratulations on your 7th and final season.
Wendy, thank you.
Good luck with your next career move. And for more information on Restasis, consult your doctor. You can check out Bellamy and the entire cast of Scandal Thursday nights at 9 on ABC. Ask Wendy is next.